All right, Brian Gosset and Nolan Ruth, GM Sports Media out here in Mansfield, Texas, Newsom Stadium. We just finished our Week 2 game. Denton Ryan 20 and Mansfield Timberview 12. Nolan, pretty much a defensive battle. The offense didn't look pretty at times, but Denton Ryan made some big plays on defense and pulled it out and started out 2-0. What is your takeaway?
Yeah, especially because of John Catlin making a lot of good plays. I mean, he blocked the 2 extra points that Timberview had. He came up with an interception and got a fumble. Now, Ryan didn't really capitalize off of either of those turnovers, but just his performance in keeping Timberview out of the end zone and especially blocking those extra points. I mean, Timberview really was on its heels the entire time because of his performance. But, I mean, Davin Hill for Timberview taking an 80-yard punt return that he originally muffs the kick and then picks it up, spins around, and goes 80 yards. This is a game that wasn't the prettiest, and we saw a lot.
Yeah.
But honestly, I think we learned a lot about both teams. The one thing I will say, and it's not overtly negative, these 2 quarterbacks have to settle down. Miles Davis for Timberview and Quinn Hennigan for Ryan. They were missing a lot of passes. They were overthrowing, underthrowing. And then for actually both teams as well, when the receivers, when it hits their hands, they need to catch the ball. We saw a lot of drop passes tonight. Both those teams are going to have to clean it up because district begins for both of them next week. Right. Timberview at Argyle, Ryan hosting Fossil Ridge.
Yeah, going piggyback off of that, let's talk a little bit more about just moving forward towards the season. Talking with Coach Hennigan after the game, they've always relied on their defense here at Ryan, and for the past 2 weeks they've made some big plays, especially in the fourth quarter. So moving forward for Ryan, their defense looks pretty great. They just got to fix some things in the offensive kicking game.
Absolutely. I mean, Timberview could not do anything offensively. They couldn't run the ball. They got a couple good runs to the outside. Their biggest plays were on passing downs when Miles Davis would scramble a little bit and the secondary would drop so far back that he just had 20 yards to run. I mean, those were really the biggest plays for Timberview. And Ryan's offensive front, I mean, they were even switching guys out. There was a great portion of that second half where they took their 2 best defensive tackles, Errol West and Uzziah Warmade, off the field, and Timberview still couldn't do anything. So Ryan's defense, I think, is solid. Offensively, for both teams, though, they've got to clean up a lot. And, yeah, like Hennigan said and like you just mentioned, Ryan's got to clean up those special teams games. I mean, John Catlin's not going to be able to do it all season long by blocking extra points. They've got to clean up a lot of the special teams game.
And then for Timberview, they kind of have to figure out their offense like you mentioned because, even though they picked up the win last week, their defense carried them 5 turnovers. They had pick 6 and a fumble 6, but their offense, threw 3 interceptions. And obviously tonight against Ryan, they had their woes offensively. What does Timberview have to do to kind of turn it around offensively?
Again, Miles Davis has to settle down. They have to be able to run the ball. They've got to get the push up front, especially in the district with Argyle and Colleyville Heritage. These are 2 teams that are going to be really, really tough for them in district, and they're physical teams too. I thought Mansfield Timberview got out physical in a lot of ways today. There were some hard hits that Ryan delivered, and we saw a couple of guys. I wouldn't say they were dropping like flies. There weren't that many injuries, but Timberview had some guys staying down after plays a little bit longer. So they've got to get more physical. They've got to be able to run the ball. That's the biggest thing. And Miles Davis has to settle down. He's got to be able to very calmly deliver his passes to the receivers. Otherwise, it's going to be a long year for this offense of the Wolves.
Agreed. All right. That's Nolan Ruth, Brian Gosset, GM Sports Media. You can catch the recap on gmsportsmedia.com, and we'll see you next time.